Hi, and welcome to this short tutorial on how to use iMovie for the iPad. Some of the other things that you might want to do would be to freeze on something. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to talk about how when this person's foot hits, you can see how straight it is. So I wanted to freeze right on this frame. So I'm going to move my video back and forth using my finger until I get exactly the right frame that I want. Now here's a tip. If you take both of your fingers and click in this area and spread them apart, you can zoom in farther on the video, and that gives you more control to get exactly the frame that you want. So you can see now as I move back and forth, it's really giving me precise control. So put two fingers in there and spread them apart to see the video more zoomed in. And that's zoomed in on your timeline, not zooming in on the actual video. And then smush them apart to see it in a broader scope. All right. And the reason that you would want to do this is because this lets you see your video clips on a per frame basis. So you'll see as I move back and forth, that's one frame of video, and I can really get some precise editing. All right, so I have it exactly where I want it. And again, I'm just going to tap on the clip to select it. You always have to tap to select it. I'm going to click this speed icon again, and now you'll see that I have this button over here called Freeze. I'm just going to tap Freeze, and you'll see what this does. This gives me a 2-second freeze on that still image. Now I can make that longer by tapping in here on this. Let me do that again so you can see it. So this little line indicates that I have a freeze frame. If I tap on this, I can make that freeze frame longer than 2 seconds. If you are using the older version of iMovie, what you're going to do is tap on the video, and then instead of clicking on this speed icon, down here in the bottom right corner, you're going to see a button that says freeze. And in your case, it's going to make a separate image, just a plain old picture. It's going to be its own frame, and then you can control the speed on that, the time that that picture is up, just like you would a normal picture in iMovie. You'll also find your speed controls in a different place. They will also be over here in the exact same place that that freeze button is in. The new versions just kind of combined things together a little bit more. All right, so now let's take a look at this. So what's happening is I'm going to hit play here. And so I have my normal speed. Now I hit here and I have slow motion. And in just a second, you'll see the clip stops for 2 seconds, or actually a little bit more than 2 seconds, and then it starts back up again. So what you saw here was the normal frame, slowed down, I can tell because of these little dots. Then as I scroll over, a freeze frame, and I can tell because of this little icon here. Or in the older version, I would see a turtle rabbit icon when it was sped up or slowed down, and then on my freeze frame, it would be its own individual picture.